Go.
Hi there, I'm Lauren Small for the American Fitness Network, and since becoming a certified Pilates instructor, people ask me questions about Pilates every single day. One of the most important questions I get asked is about Pilates equipment. My clients come in for the very first time, they walk into the studio, and they say that it looks somewhat like a torture chamber in here. So I thought that this video, we would go over some of the Pilates equipment so that you could get better acquainted with it, so the next time you enter your local Pilates studio for the first time, it's not so intimidating. So the first piece of equipment we're going to go over is the standard studio reformer, which I'm sitting on right now. This is a standard piece of Pilates equipment that most people will probably start you on after you've taken a couple of mat classes. The studio reformer has a foot bar. Sometimes our hands go on this, sometimes our feet go on this. It can go up or down, two different positions. It actually has three positions, the low position and the higher position. Now in Pilates, we use spring resistance to help us with controlling of the body, springs like this. So down here in this well, we've got 5 springs. Now some reformers have 4 springs. This one seems to have 5. And the different resistance is noted by the different color of the springs. Yellow is going to be the lightest, and green is going to be the heaviest. Depending on where you go, different studios have different reformer strengths. So this studio, we've got red, green, yellow, and blue, all different strengths of springs. When you do Pilates, you lie down, and this is what we call the carriage. So you would lie down on the carriage of the reformer. The shoulder rests go right here. This is what your shoulders press up against. And this is the headrest. The headrest also has 2 positions, up and down. When we do things that we bring our legs over our head, that's when we bring the headrest down so that there's no tension on the neck. Next we have handles. The handles are connected to ropes, and the ropes are the things that reach through the back here and connect to the carriage so that when we do arm work, the carriage moves in and out. Sometimes we put leg straps on here, we put our feet in here for leg work. That's the basic anatomy of the reformer. Let's go over here to the Cadillac now, or the trapeze table. Okay, the next piece of equipment that most studios will have is called the trapeze table or the Cadillac. Now they call it the Cadillac because when Joseph Pilates created it, the biggest and baddest car out there was the Cadillac, and this was considered the biggest and baddest piece of equipment, so they called it the Cadillac or the trapeze table. This is basically like a bed. It's high enough to sit on without any trouble. It's got what's called a push-through bar right here because the bar pushes through the frame. It connects to springs so that when you push it through, you have a little bit of resistance. You can spring it from the top, or you can spring it from the bottom to do leg work. Then we have on the other side the roll-down bar. We call this guy the roll-down bar because you generally tend to roll down your back with it and roll back up. The springs on this one are pretty light. We also have leg springs and arm springs on this piece of equipment for leg and arm work. And that's basic anatomy of the Cadillac. The next piece of equipment we're going to go over, and the last piece, is the Wunda-chair. Okay, and the third and final most standard piece of equipment that you'll find in most Pilates studios around the country is the Wunda-chair. Now this chair is designed for all kinds of body work. You can do an entire class on this particular piece of equipment. These are your handles. Generally, for example, one exercise we do is we're going to press this pedal down with our foot. There are springs connecting the pedal to the chair. We'd stand on it. You can lean forward into it and press up for arm work. Up and down right here, working through the triceps. And you can also bring one leg up on top of it and do all kinds of press-ups for leg work. There's many different variations of spring resistance at the bottom here. It's up to the discretion of the Pilates teacher to determine what the easiest and hardest strength for you is. So that's the basic Pilates equipment for today. I hope that makes it a little less intimidated and makes you more likely to go into your local Pilates studio and check out a class or two. Just as a reminder, we've got a new website coming up soon. It's www.americanfitnessnetwork.com. Look for it in the next couple of weeks. There'll be more information like the videos that we have on here. Thanks for watching. Bye.